So what's the motivation for you to do what you do, to go to, I mean, because again, he's right. 15 cars, I thought I was the shit at 30 cars until you showed up, you know what I mean? I thought I was flexing, and then you're like, no, boo-boo, it's 154. Like, damn.
You know, I think a lot of it is, I'm a super competitive person, right? You know, you never want to be that person at the bottom, right? When I got in this industry, you know, I was 19 years old, and I took the interviews and telling my wife, we were dating at the time, like, hey, if they don't pay me salary, I'm not really interested in this, right? And I go through the interview, I call them, like, okay, I'm gonna work for Toyota. And, okay, what are they gonna pay me? What's the commission? You're crazy. I'm like, well, I can make $5,000. They told me I can make $5,000 a month. You know, that was my thing. I was like, holy cow. You know, this was a small store, Arizona. You know, I did 20, 25 cars. I was the number one guy, and I thought, you know, I was amazing, right? Things changed. We had a baby. I got fired, you know, and we moved to California. And next thing you know, there's a guy. His name's Andy. He's selling 50, 60 cars, and he makes me look like nobody, right? And that was the guy that I chased for years, right? And you know, eventually, every time I'm like, this is the month, right? And I'd get so close, and he would somehow just kill me. And you know, I worked night and day. The store was so competitive. It's the store I'm at now. We would be up till midnight, 1 a.m. You know, because any lead after 9 o'clock was free. Anybody could have it, right? So you'd be up till midnight. You get up at 5 a.m. just because it was a hustle. You know, you had to be competitive. And I'm up at that time, but so was Andy. You know, and we were fighting for the same lead. And that was my biggest motivator. It was like, I want to beat Andy. You know, Andy doesn't sell cars anymore. After, you know, when he hit 150 cars, it was difficult for him to do that. He's changed industries. I don't say that's my fault, but it's funny to say, like, he was my guy that I was always after, and now he's not here.
I would have left the industry too if I was him. I'm just saying, no, I'm not kidding. I mean, like, bro, that's crazy though. But no, you are competitive as hell. And that's it. Some of us have the desire to just like win. And for me, when I was working at Weissler Mercury Mazda, my guy's name was Carter Neese. Like, he was the lease manager, and we were both averaging 30 cars. But man, it was like, you know, tack for tack. It was definitely something to have that competition to drive you. So I appreciate that.
There's always in the game, like, with the competition, right? When you get to this level, like, who do you compete with? You know, Ali, when I watched one of his videos on Bradley on Demand, and he's like, oh, you can make $100,000 a month. You know, it's like, that was an eye opener for me too. I'm like, wow, you know, I hadn't got to that point yet at the time, and that was amazing to have that thought.